Today, let us start with the lesson Input and Output Operators. So, firstly, to discuss about input and output operators. So, we know input and output operations are done using library functions, that is, cin and cout objects, which belongs to the IOStream class. So, using the standard input and output library, we will be able to interact with the user by printing message on the screen and getting the user's input from the keyboard. For example, if you have been using stdcin and stdcout continuously, so what they do exactly is they read the keyboard and write to the screen in standard C++ programs. So if you write a program that you intend to be portable, you probably should use stdcin and stdcout extensively, because they are the lowest common denominator for console input output across all implementations of the C++ language, that's on all computers. So many commercial C++ programs never use stdc in stdcout. They use screen and keyboard libraries which are associated with the user interfaces of the system on which the program is supposed to run. Windows 95, X Windows, and so on. So you might rarely use stdc and stdcout. Again, though many small utility programs run from the command line and do not use exotic user interfaces. So here I discuss about console input output because you need to know how to read the keyboard and write the screen in order to use the exercises, anything, whichever you learn in other parts of this language, C++ language. So yes, here using the standard input and output library, so you can print onto the screen and also you can get the user's input from the keyboard. A stream. What do you mean by a stream? It is an object where a program can either insert or extract characters to or from it. A standard C++ library includes the header file, that is IOStream. IOStream is input-output stream, where the standard input-output stream objects are declared. You can see here the input operator. This is input operator. The standard input device is usually the keyboard. You can see here in the sketch, this is the keyboard. So input in C++ is done by using the stream extraction. See, this operator is called stream extraction operator. Now, this input will be done using this stream extraction onto the cin stream. So the operator must be followed by the variable that will store the data that is going to be extracted from the stream. For example, in age. So age is a variable of type integer. You are reading this through the cin object, that is cin. This is input operator, using input operator cin object. So this is how it will be read. Now the first statement declares a variable, as I've told you, that of the type int called age, and the second one waits for an input from cin, that is from the keyboard, in order to store it in the in this integer variable, that is age. So cin stands for console input. It can only process the input from the keyboard once the written key has been pressed. So we must always consider the type of the variable that we are using as a container with the cin extraction. For example, if we request an integer, we will get an integer. That's it. Next, let us come to this output operator. The standard output device is the screen or monitor. So outputting in C++ is done by using the object followed by the stream insertion. This is insertion operator. So Cout stands for console output. You can see here the monitor. This is Cout object. This is the operator variable. So here Cout, see the object followed by operator. You can see here Cout and object, insertion operator. Let us learn C++ is a string. So this prints let us learn C++ onto the screen. The operator, this insertion operator inserts the data that follows it into the stream preceding it. This operator inserts the data, that is, let us learn C++, into the stream preceding it, Now the sentence in the instruction is enclosed between double quotes. You can see here because it is a constant string of characters. Whenever we want to use constant strings of characters, we must enclose them between double quotes so that they can be clearly distinguished from the variable name. For example, if you say Cout sum, it will print sum because it is enclosed within double quotes. Similarly, if I want to print the value, say for example, Cout operator sum, this is not within double quotes, but it prints the content of the variable of sum. See, variable name is sum, where that variable contains the value. It will, if you write the variable name, it will print the content of that variable. So in order to perform a line break on the output, we must explicitly insert a new line character into Cout. That is slash. Next line I have explained it. In C++, a new line character can be specified as \n. You can see here \n. This is new line character. It is also called as an escape sequence character, and it helps in formatting the output statement. To format the output, we can use /n. So for example, now I have written a small program to demonstrate that Cout statement. This is #include iostream.h. You have to include this header file because you are including input output stream file, header file here into this file. That's why this #include conio.h should be used. So after that, let's start with the main program. It starts from the main program. It ends from the main program. So now inside the main program, I have written one Cout statement that I have written. C++ is an object-oriented programming language. You can see here it is enclosed within double quotes. It prints as it is on the screen. Next, I have written new line character, inserted new line character. So it gives some space. Next it will go to the next line and prints. C++ is a case sensitive language. Next, again, after printing that, it will go to the new line. That's how it prints. Then, say, whenever we use getChar, we have to include conio.h. Please do remember. This is about to demonstrate, this is about the program to demonstrate Cout statement. Next, we can cascade input as well as output. That is operators. Input output operators can be, that is extraction operator and insertion operator can be cascaded. So how it can be written, we'll see that. C++ supports the use of stream extraction and stream insertion operator many times in a single input, that is CIN and output in single input and output statement, that is CIN and Cout statement. If a program requires more than one input variable, then it is possible to input these variables in a single CIN statement using multiple stream extraction operators. Similarly, when we want to output more than one result, then this can be done using a single Cout statement with multiple stream insertion operators. So this is called cascading of input and output operators. For example, you can see here Cout, enter the first number. Next, that will be read using CIN object, that will be read into the first number, whatever the user enters, it will be stored in A. Next, we will ask the user to enter the second number using Cout because it is written within double quotes. So whatever you write within double quotes, it's the same text, that is string, will print on the screen. So enter the second number, that will be read, whatever the user has entered, second number, that will be read into this B variable. Instead of using CIN statement twice, you can use, you have told here, no, CIN A, CIN B, separate you have used, right? So instead of using this twice, we can also use a single CIN statement and input the two numbers using multiple stream extraction operators. How? That is, enter first two numbers. So that is first number and second number. Instead of telling first number, second number, like that, so on, you can tell the user to enter two numbers. So he will next, whatever user enters two numbers. So first number will be saved in A, second number will be saved in B. So this is how the operator is cascaded. This is called cascaded. The meaning of this is called cascading. You are reading, see, more than once you have used this operator in a same line, that is called cascading style. Similarly, we can even output multiple results in a single Cout statements using cascading of stream insertion operators. OF stream insertion operator, that is output file stream insertion operator. Cout, you have written the sum of two numbers is. In the screen, it will print the sum of two numbers is. Immediately, it will print the value of the content of this variable. The sum will have the value that will be printed, followed by this. First, it will print the sum of two numbers is, followed by that, the value of this will be printed, and end line character. That is, it will end the line here. It will go to the next line. So end line, it will end the line here. This is manipulator. Endl is manipulator. So you can see here, you have used OF stream operator, that is insertion operator, in the same statement more than once. That is, it is cascaded. So formatted output can also be called as manipulators. So manipulators or the operators, see, for example, used with these manipulators are used with the insertion operator to format the data display. The most commonly used manipulators are endl and setw. So what this endl operator will do, the endl operator, when used in output statement, it causes a line feed to be inserted. It has same effect as using new line character. I have written some statement in using Cout within double quotes, whatever I have written here. And then I have written endl using this operator. So what it does, it will print as it is, and then it will end that line, and then it will come to the next line. This is, it prints on to the next line. That is about the endl or line feed operator. Next, set W manipulator. Say set width or set W manipulator sets the width of the field assigned for the output. It takes the size of the field, that is in number of character, as a parameter. So the output will be right justified. You can see here, cout set width of 6. What it does is generates the following output. See whatever on the screen. Here, 6 spaces where in the last space R will be printed. It reserves that 6 width for the character. In order to use this manipulator, it is must to include header file iomanip.h. Whenever you are using set width operator, you're supposed to use iomanip.h. So for more such video, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. For any queries, you can please write to the following mail ID. Thanks for watching.